welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be making pizza, and I realized that the background is like way different than the video. I'm wearing different clothes, but I forgot to make an intro. I just like hopped right into it. I was so excited. So I'm gonna be making pizza and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I have my yeast. It's active dry yeast. And then I have water right here, and it's gonna go into my KitchenAid. It takes 2 teaspoons of the active dry yeast. And then it takes 1 1/4 cup warm water. You just pour it in there. Your yeast will kind of get a little like foamy, not like bubble bath foamy, but you can just see like a layer of like foam, I guess. And that's how you know that your yeast is good. If there's like no foam, if it doesn't get foamy, your yeast isn't good and you need to start over. So you put the yeast in the water in here and then you let it sit 5 minutes. So you can see it's got like a little bit of bubbles and foam and stuff. I usually put the water in and then the yeast, so there's usually more foam on top, but I put the yeast in first and most of it's down here. But that looks good. I set a timer for 5 minutes and then I'll show you the next steps. Alright, so while this is doing this for 5 minutes, I measured out my flour and just threw it in here so it'd be easier, and then the salt. It's 3 1/2 cups of flour and then 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'll also need olive oil, but I'm not going to obviously put that in here just because I'm not going to mix liquids with flour and stuff right now. So while I'm cooking, I give Noah a waffle, and he's turned into like a big freaking hot mess sitting in his chair. He's all strapped in right there. It goes under the chair. But yeah, he's like covered in waffle. Are you eating your waffle? Do you like your waffle?
I eating this.
Oh, that's our 5-minute timer. So I'm gonna come over here, turn off the timer, and it's time to mix these in plus the olive oil. All right, so I'm actually gonna take this off so it's easier to pour this stuff in. So all of this is gonna get poured in. Perfect. And then I'm also going to do my olive oil. What? Okay. So it's 2 tablespoons of olive oil. All right. And you need this on low. You're going to need it on low for until it's all combined, and then an additional 7 minutes. If it's super sticky, you're going to add flour 1 tablespoon at a time. If it's not super sticky, like if you push it and it doesn't stick to your finger and it has like, it bounces back, it springs back really quickly, then you're golden. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you gotta pull it off the dough hook, which is kind of hard to do with one hand, I'm not gonna lie.
You saw it.
Okay, there we go. So it's not sticky, it's not sticking to my finger. And it kind of, you can see it kind of bounce back. This is perfect. I'm gonna take my dough hook off, just set it to the side. Take this bowl out and bring it over here. The next thing that you're gonna do, because obviously the dough's not done yet, I'm gonna wet a hand towel, lay it over top, stick it in the oven because it's warm and it's dark for the yeast to rise. And then we'll take it out in an hour. Okay, so here's the towel over it. It's damp. I basically just run it underwater and then squeeze it out. I put it in the oven, just like that, and close up the oven. Go up here, set the timer for 60 minutes. You can set the timer for just 30 minutes if you don't want to wait the full 60, but I've found from experience that it's not as good. The crust doesn't get as like crispy, or like, you know how it gets like crunchy on the outside kind of, and then it's like nice and fluffy on the inside. Yeah, it doesn't get as good like that unless it's like the full 60 minutes. So yeah, now we just wait, and then everyone wants to talk over me. Now we just wait, and then in 60 minutes I will show you the next steps, because I just have to make the pizza and put it in. So the dough is done. I just pulled it out. You can see it raised a lot, which is good. I have pepperoni, marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, parchment paper with the flour so that I can make the pizza, and then this is like my little pizza paddle thing, and I put flour on it so that the dough doesn't stick. So I'm going to split this in half. So I usually just take the dough, split it in half. You don't need to measure it or anything like that. I will put both sides in the flour. Let me move this down. Hold on, baby. Okay, so both sides are in the flour. I already tossed it over. Okay, so now I'm just doing this around the edges with my hand, kind of letting gravity stretch it out. All right, so it's pretty stretched out. You will kind of get flour everywhere, but it's okay. If you get a hole in your dough like that, that's fine. You just lay it down, pinch it back together. That's it. Nothing more to it. All right, so I should also add that your pizza stone actually needs to go in the oven while the oven is preheating. So I have the oven preheating to 450. Pizza stone needs to heat up to that same temperature so that the dough doesn't stick to it. Yeah. Okay, hold on. All right. Watch out. Alright, let me move this down. Baby, just wait. I don't have any room on the counter right now. You can put as much or as little sauce as you want. No, you don't need the chair, baby. Since I'm low on sauce, I didn't look before David went to work, but I'm low on sauce, so I'm not going to put a lot on here. David usually likes a little extra, but he'll be okay. All right, so next is the cheese. Hold on, baby. All right, so cheese on there. I usually put some cheese, put the pepperoni, and then a little bit more cheese just to kind of hold the pepperonis on there. All right. And you can put whatever toppings you want. Usually I'll, like for David, I'll do like pepperoni and jalapeno, or you can even do ham and pineapple and pepperoni and sausage and green peppers and all that fun stuff. Just whatever you prefer, really. That's what your pizza will look like. You can, like I said, you can bring it as far out to the crust as you want. I like a little bit of a bigger crust. That, and it shrinks up a little bit. So it's by no means even. I'm not trying to do perfectionist work here. But it does help that I used to work at a pizza place, so I mean, whatever. But yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna make this second pizza while this one is in the oven. So it's gonna go in the oven at 450 for about 10 to 12 minutes, basically until all the cheese is like nice and browned and bubbly, and then this is all golden. All right.
It's that fun.
So this might be hard to do with one hand because I usually have to guide it a little bit, but you'll basically just slide this on here. All right, back up. Hot. I always have one of these, just a spatula handy in case I need to help scoot it off of the pizza handle. But it slid off pretty easy that time. Gonna shove this back in there.
Oh, yeah, good. Oh, mine.
All right. So that's in there, and close that. Set the timer for 10 minutes to start, and then I'll check it. All right, so I'm gonna make Elliot's pizza while that one is cooking. Elliot is lactose intolerant, so his does not get cheese. But it does get pepperonis. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, his doesn't get cheese, but he usually doesn't eat a lot, so I usually only give him about half of a pizza. What? Yes, you're getting pepperoni.
Eat it.
No, you can't eat it. I need it for the pizza.
I'll eat pepperoni.
Has Daddy been letting you eat the pepperoni by itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I don't think channel.
Hold on.
I think channel.
No, I don't have room right now. You're going to have to wait.
Why?
All right, so there's yours. So this is what this pizza will look like. Elliot will have all this, and that's usually all he eats for like, that'll last him like 2 days. And then I just made the other half with cheese because David really, really likes this pizza that I make. So I make a lot of it. All right, so the timer just went off. God, I need to clean my stove. That is not done yet. You can see like the cheese is still not melted all the way and the crust still looks kind of floury. So, going to give it another 5 minutes, give or take. Might be less than 5 minutes, might not. I will probably check it in a couple minutes before it hits the 5-minute mark because you don't want to burn it either. All right, so that looks perfect. Cheese is all nice and brown. Crust looks good.
So then my.
Yep. Pull that out. All right. And watch out, watch out, watch out. It goes right there. Hold on. And then we're gonna throw this one on now. All right. So that turned out perfect. There's pepperoni under this cheese for those of you that have OCD or that get driven nuts by stuff like that. I know, it's cooking, baby. So I'll let this cool for a minute for the cheese to settle. Then I'll cut it up. And Elliot's is in the oven. Are you excited for pizza?
Yeah.
All right, so Elliot's pizza just came out. Looks pretty darn good. Gonna come over and cut this one. Maybe. Thank you guys for watching while I made this cooking video. I got really good feedback on the last one. So I hope you enjoyed watching me as I made pizza. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you want to know more, please don't hesitate to drop it in the comments or, you know, message me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Also, like I said, if you have any suggestions on like next cooking videos, if you have any suggestions on cooking videos to do next time, let me know, because I'm always down for ideas. I don't know what you guys want to see me cook. I can pretty much cook anything under the sun, so whatever you guys want to see me cook. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this video, watching me make pizza. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you try it. I can always put the recipe in like the comments or the description if you guys are interested. Let me know if you have any suggestions on things I should cook next, because I really enjoy doing this and the last one got really good feedback. I can pretty much cook anything. So let me know what I should cook next. Bye. Can you say bye?
Bye.
Say subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Guys,
Like. Comment. Share. Subscribe.
Great.
See you later.
See you later.
Get your hands off your face.
No.